If you've been researching fabric structures, you've probably been hearing terms like wind regions, terrain category, and cyclone rated thrown around. You might be wondering what they all mean, and more importantly, what they have to do with fabric structures. My name is Brooke, and I'm a part of the customer service team here at Dome Shelter Australia. Today I'll be telling you what wind classification is and why it's important when purchasing a fabric structure. Every proposed fabric shelter location will be assessed, so it can be given the appropriate design criteria and be properly engineered. Assessment will take into account Australian standards, such as AS 1170, and involve three main factors: wind region, terrain category, and importance level. Other criteria such as design life and annual probability of exceedance may also be considered if applicable. But in this video, we're just going to focus on the main three. For the next few minutes, I'm going to give a simple overview of the three main factors and what they involve. Wind regions refers to the classification of different regions in Australia based on wind speeds and frequencies of extreme weather events. These regions have been determined according to the Australian standard AS 1170 structural design actions. The four regions are as follows. Region A, normal, wind speeds of up to 162 kilometres per hour. Region B, intermediate, wind speeds of up to 205 kilometres per hour. Region C, cyclonic, wind speeds of up to 248 kilometres per hour. Region D, severe cyclonic, wind speeds of up to 316 kilometres per hour. Terrain categories are another important factor in building design and engineering. They relate to the area's wind exposure as a result of the surrounding terrain. At Dome Shelter Australia, we base our calculations on three main terrain categories. Terrain Category 1, exposed, isolated, flat, treeless and poorly grassed open terrain with few or no obstructions, measuring 10 kilometre radius or more. Terrain Category 2, open terrain including grassland with well-scattered obstructions of heights generally between 1.5 to 5 metres, such as trees and buildings, but no more than 2 obstructions per hectare. Terrain Category 3, terrain with numerous, closely spaced obstructions, usually between 3 and 10 metres high. This terrain category usually relates to suburban, built-up or densely wooded areas. Importance level relates to the level of consequences to the people or public in result of a building failure. There are 4 importance levels as follows. Importance level 1, buildings with a low degree of hazard to human life and other property in the event of a building failure. Typically, level 1 should only be designated to isolated storage buildings. Importance level 2, the default of ordinary level for structures with medium consequence to human life and considerable economic consequences in the event of failure. Importance level 3, high consequence for loss of human life or very great economic, social or environmental consequences in the event of failure. Importance level 4, exceptional circumstances for buildings essential to post-disaster recovery or those associated with hazarded facilities. A hospital, for example, would be importance level 4. For ease of reference, Dome Shelter Australia assigns projects with 1 or 2 different importance level rankings. 1 being buildings with low level of consequence to human life, and 2 being moderate to high consequence. Fabric structures would not be used for an importance level 4 structure, so this would not be applicable. Now that we've defined the 3 main factors that contribute to wind region classification, you might still be wondering how they all come together in the fabric structure design process. Based on your location, wind region, terrain category and importance level are all taken into account to calculate the wind region classification for for your prospective dome shelter structure. In some cases, site owners and local jurisdictions will also have some specific requirements that will also need to be taken into consideration. For example, if a company wants to purchase a shelter to move often from site to site, it will be likely engineered to suit Region D wind speeds to ensure longevity and adaptability. Bringing the wind region, terrain category and importance level together, sometimes we will work out a design wind speed for your fabric shelter. This indicates the wind speed that the structure has been engineered to withstand. For example, a structure in wind region C with a terrain category of 2 and importance level of 2 would have a design wind speed of 219 kilometres per hour. It is extremely important to classify each structure on a case-by-case basis and assess every location individually. If wind is not discussed or properly considered in the design process, it can be hazardous or affect the longevity of your shelter. Safety and structural integrity are keystones to our design philosophy here at Dome Shelter Australia, and we make it our duty to ensure that all our dome shelter structures are engineered to protect.